weird. Just pretend you're FaceTiming. These are gonna annoy me. Bored in the house, bored in the house, bored. Not this guy is judging me. He's watching me. Should I clean my room? Hi. Hello, it is T here. Welcome to my car. I am in here because I couldn't be bothered to tidy my room and it's a bit bogging at the moment. So yeah, we are in my car. Fun. And I'm regretting it because it is so hot in here. I'm sweating. So let's just get straight into the video. I've seen a lot of assumption videos on YouTube, and I think most people have, you know, with our favourite YouTubers. But the one thing I wanted to look into was assumptions about mental health. And you know, it starts talking. If you haven't seen my Instagram, I am a mental health nurse, but I've also gone through battles of anxiety, depression and OCD. So what I did was go on Twitter to find a stigma around mental health. So assumption number 1 is people who look or act happy or normal. Happy. Oh my days, I can't speak. I mean happy / normal aren't mentally ill. No. This is not true. A lot of people you will see will act happy and normal. I don't like the word normal, but a lot of people that are acting normal when actually they are suffering with anxiety or depression. I remember a girl didn't like me at school because I smiled too much, and I found that out during my battle of depression. I remember telling my teacher about what I was going through with my anxiety, and he gave me this look of like, what? Like, how can you even be going through that? You're always happy, always smiling. You do not need to be looking sad or looking as if you have a mental illness. Mental health problems are rare. They are not rare. 1 in 4 people will experience mental health illness, and you know, to a certain degree, we all experience it. We all experience anxiety and sadness at some point, and we all need to take good care of our mental health and not just our physical health. And I think we forget that a lot of the time. What I found is that, you know, I was never one to work out or go running. I thought it was absolutely disgusting, and the idea of it like hurts me. But actually, once I started doing it, I actually felt really good. Saying that I was supposed to go for a run this morning and I did not. This assumption: people with mental illness aren't able to work. I worked yesterday. I got 3 of them. No, I can work. I have had to take time off sick. I took 4 weeks off sick last summer, and I had to take off a couple of days off sick in a couple of placements ago, but overall, no, it's never really impacted my work. You can get the support to be able to work. And no, if you have a mental health illness, it doesn't mean you can't work. Not at all. No. People with mental health illnesses are usually violent and unpredictable. No. You hear this a lot, especially with schizophrenia. I personally don't have schizophrenia, so I can't say much about it, but when I've been working with patients with schizophrenia, they've actually been the nicest patients. I have to say, before I went into mental health, this is my assumption. I did believe that a lot of people with mental illness are going to be violent. I also believe that the majority of them would be because they have schizophrenia. You can't lie about that. I can't say to you, oh, I never thought of that. But no, I did think they had a violent streak. I've met quite a high number of patients with schizophrenia during my training, and every single one has not been violent at all, not had past history of violence, absolutely not. They have been the most lovely people ever. I don't have anxiety about it at all anymore, like I used to. I think we need to educate ourselves on mental health illnesses, because some of the assumptions, like I'm reading like people are violent, I'm like, no, they're not. Like, and it's really hard for me to say that actually I did think that at some point, because right now I really couldn't even think that that's a thing at all. No. I couldn't imagine having someone say to me, oh, you have a mental health illness, so you must be violent, you must be unpredictable, I can't be around you. And that's not the case at all. You know, most of the time, if not all the time, they're absolutely lovely. And no, if you have mental health illness, it does not mean you're violent. Oh, this assumption gets me. Oh, this annoys me so much. Young people just go through ups and downs as part of puberty. It's nothing. 1 in 8 young people have a mental health illness. It's not just because of hormones. Some people just don't think it's possible for a teenager to have depression or have anxiety because it's their time in the month. And when it's their time in the month, and don't get me wrong, when it's my time in the month, I am a bit more anxious. I'm a bit more vulnerable, let's say, a bit more sensitive. But I have panic attacks not because it's my time in the month. I have panic attacks because I'm anxious and I suffer from anxiety. I don't know how to explain that, but if that's what you are thinking, then please stop. You can be 13. I was 13. I was 13, 15 and having panic attacks like frequently. I'm telling you now, it was not because of my hormones. It was because I had a mental health illness. And I think young people just don't get as much help because people just say, oh, it's because of puberty. We're not going to spend money on counselling or get you the help you need because, you know, you'll probably be all right in a couple of weeks when it passes. No. It's nothing to do that. Of course, your hormones are different when you're growing up, but you shouldn't ignore the fact if you're feeling sadder than usual. If you feel like you're crying a lot more than usual, you're a lot more sad, like go and talk to someone, go and get help. If you're feeling particularly anxious and it's getting to the point where you're actually having panic attacks, and like, don't be scared to have help. And if they say it's puberty, fight them on it. Like, it's not puberty. No. Yes, you do. Like, being young is hard. Being a teenager is hard. You do have ups and downs. Trust me. But no, you shouldn't ignore the fact if you're feeling not well in your mental state, then you should be able to go and talk to someone. This is our last assumption. Oh my. This is one that I get a lot. So I have OCD, which is Obsessive-compulsive disorder. And whenever I say that, people are like, but your room's dirty. Yes, my car is bogging as well. But OCD doesn't mean you're clean. You know, you always have OCD and then clean freak. I think a lot of people think OCD and think Monica Geller. Constantly cleaning. But that's not the case for me. I've had OCD, I would say, for a while. I was diagnosed when I was 17, but I've suffered from them since I was 9. When I was younger, I had a fear of bad weather, so rain, thunderstorms, and I would constantly be checking the weather. That was kind of like an obsessive thought. I was like, if I don't check the weather, something bad's going to happen, or I have a panic attack. It's that kind of like obsessive thought that if you don't do something bad's going to happen. So when I got older, it turned into the news. I used to have to read the news every hour, apart from when I was asleep. But sometimes that would keep me up at night as well. My OCD is a bit more of a common symptom, and that's, I have like a routine before bed. So I have to make sure all the switches are off. I have to have my nighttime tea. I also have to wash my face, do my skincare routine, say goodnight to my parents, touch doors 3 times, it's like 3-time thing. And that I have to do that, otherwise I've got better in the sense that, if I don't do that, it's not really going to make anything better. But in my head, I'm thinking, but if something bad does happen tomorrow and I hadn't done my routine, I'm going to think it's because I hadn't done my routine and I'm going to blame myself. So if something really, really bad happens, I'm going to blame myself and it's going to be all my fault. And yeah, so that is something that is definitely, like, I have to leave my car keys in the exact same place. I have to sleep with 3 pillows. My book has to be on the bedside cabinet. If you have OCD, it doesn't mean you're a clean freak. You could have the obsessive need to clean, but it isn't just cleaning. It's flicking switches. It's, like I said, I was checking the news, you know, there's a lot more to do about it. I would like to say thank you for watching this video. Let's all start talking a bit more about mental health. Please follow my Instagram to find more about me and my journey through mental health nursing, but also through my journey of my own mental health experiences. Please give this video a like, give it a share, and also subscribe. And I hope to see you soon in my next video. Bye!